be wary of your past triggers, of the things that in the past you let control you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's easy for your ego to deceive you into believing other people are the problem and other people are the issue. Oh, if they didn't do this, I wouldn't do this. This get back tit for tat thing. And sometimes I gotta meditate and breathe, and just take a deep breath and really step back and look at everything and be like, it ain't what nobody else is doing that's making me do anything. Because if that's the case, I'm just a puppet. And if somebody comes along and they trigger me in the right way or they say the right thing, they can get me to do what I say I don't want to do. So, right, it's just this growing process. Sometimes you out in the field with people, places, or situations that you have went through, and sometimes those red flags, those triggers within us that we allow to control us, sometimes they flare up. But accountability is about taking responsibility for everything that you feel and everything that you do. Maybe not everything that you feel, but how you react to that feeling. I'll say that, because you can feel however you want to feel, but it's how are you going to react to it, and that's what matters the most. To me, is reacting to it. What emotions am I choosing? What are the things that I'm choosing to do in response to this thing that somebody else did, said, or I heard, or a video post, or whatever it may be. You feel me? And just the just videos like this and having certain conversations within myself and meditating. I didn't meditate the last 2 days, so I had a little incident. I ain't gonna go into the specifics, but I just decided to take a couple days off, from a few people, and just really get my mind back in check, because I don't want to be this mean person. I don't want to be this spiteful person, so I won't be. And it is as simple as that. But I'm just at the point in my life where I know what I want, and I'm not afraid to lose anything or anyone. And I don't mean to say that and sound mean or whatever, but I've been at points in my life where I thought that my identity was this person, was this friend, was this family member, was all these other things, that aren't me, that don't have anything to do with me. They're other people. We all one, we all connected, but how they live and how they move, and if they deem that I'm no longer worthy of being in their lives, I used to take it personal. But really, bruh, I can't get mad at anybody for making the right decision for them, and that taught me to always make the right decision for myself. And like I said, it's not to hurt or spite people, it's just to be rooted in who I am, you know. So I don't fear loss. I don't fear death. I don't fear loss of possessions. I don't fear loss of friends, family members, loved ones, relationships. I don't. And it really feels good to have that power over myself, not over anybody else, but just that power over myself to be like, is this situation really good for me? And that's really, you know, sometimes like you got to take a step back and be like, is this really what I want, bro? I can just contribute to the betterment of our relationship, whoever's in my life. And really, that's all the power that I have, and that's all the power that I need. But it feels good. It feels freeing to not be tied down mentally to something that's not me. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say this, man. Disconnect from your triggers. Whenever you find yourself getting triggered, whenever you find yourself getting anxious, whenever you find yourself getting upset and wanting to spaz out, sometimes it's best to take a step back and be like, I see I'm falling back into the habits that I deem as unhealthy. And that's not how I want to present myself, to you or anybody. And just do it with love. Do it with love and care. And everything in my life that I handle with love and care, it's always cool. But every time I get triggered and I just be like, oh fuck it, fuck the whole shit, I always end up hurting either somebody else or myself at the same time. But man, I'm just saying this to say this. Life is a blessing. I don't want to just focus on the bad stuff. I don't want to just be like, but I did want to reflect on that situation with y'all because one of my homies, Y2K, he told me, hey, don't just talk about all the prosperity. Talk about the struggle and the bad moments too. And I've been trying to incorporate that into these videos just to have it, give it a little more texture, a little bit different. But I love y'all. Have a great day. Shalom.